Hello, everybody. Good afternoon once again. Hello to our viewers on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, and welcome to another session of our alumni of the Rizal Youth Leadership Institute sessions for today. Now, today is an special day for all of us because I will
What is
not
your
just be teaching. Uh,
what
the
is your question, Cheryl?
One moment. We will not just be learning something, but I will also be with other pupils to teach them something very interesting for them. All right.
So really?
And so, good
Today
afternoon once
it's
again,
working.
students.
Okay, for a while. Let us check the link for a while.
While we are waiting for my students,
Lang, Cheryl lang, mga bata. Wait lang po.
let me show you
Hello, Teya. Okay po.
our awards.
Antay lang natin ha. Let us wait for the
All right, thank you so much for that. I will be replaying that video later on, especially for those who are not able to watch it. All right, so good afternoon once again. This afternoon, I'll be sharing to you, I'll be teaching, no? I'll be teaching how to create short poems, especially for the little kids as a starter for them. Maybe they later on they would like to become a poet themselves. So this is a starter pack to becoming a poet someday. Yeah. All right. So I could see that the kids are starting to enroll in our class. There are 40, I think 40 plus of them. While waiting for them, I just would like to announce that we are still open for nominations for the Jose Rizal Award, which awarding will happen on June 19 of this year, 2021. And so, for those of you who are watching right now, if you know a group of people who have done a lot of things, especially for the youth, then you can nominate them through this page in our Facebook page, and you can find the nomination link to the nomination forms there. Now, for those students who are with me right now, I am still waiting for your enrollment at gospiral.ac. I could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students already, and I'm still waiting for the others. Now, those students and parents who are watching remotely via our Facebook Live and YouTube, Facebook page rather, and our YouTube channel. You can also join the class by going to, I will cue in the comment section, uh, the link that's gospiral.ac, and you may enter a moment, and you may enter the code to join the class, which is YDDZF. All right. So for those of you who are with us in Facebook and YouTube, you can join the class and the discussion for this afternoon by going to that site, that's gospiral.ac rather, and enter the code YDDZF. Okay, so there are already more students are coming in. That those are the names of the students that are enrolled in this class. At the moment, I have 10. I'm still waiting for 30 more before I can proceed to this. All right. So I will remove those names. And also, I would like to take this opportunity while waiting for the students to enroll in class. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank this group, alumni of the Rizal Youth Leadership Institute and AFTA, for inviting us to this event today, of which is totally different from our former events. Okay? And so, let us start our discussion. Okay, for this afternoon's discussion, we have short poems. And these short poems are called haiku and tanka. Now, what are these poems all about? No? Before we proceed to the discussion on what is haiku and what is tanka and what does it do for us, first, I would like to invite our students in the classroom, in the Go Spiral rather. Can you see that? Okay. How are you feeling today? You can only answer this question once you are in gospiral.ac. I can now see 14 students. That's good. Keep it coming. I can now see 14 students enrolled in our gospiral.ac with that code YDDZF. I am still waiting for more so that we can proceed to our questions. Now, why is this essential? Thank you very much, Jad Gonzalez. Yes, you are already in. I can see your name as well. And 17 and counting. Thank you so much for those who are already in our gospiral.ac site. 18, keep it coming, guys. I'm waiting for you. Now, why should I wait for the rest of the students? Because we can only answer the questions I prepared later on and the activities once you are in gospiral.ac. Okay? Very nice. That's 20 students now. 10 more or maybe 15 more to go so that we can proceed. Okay, now if you try to look at this, we have quite a good number of students. And these are students from grades 4, 5, and 6. No? And these are the students coming from different parts of our world, not only in the Philippines, but also in the Middle East and the United States. Okay? And so, maybe the rest of the other students can get through in the next 1 minute. Okay, thank you very much. We now have 22. Ashlyn, I joined, but I don't see my name. Well, what name did you use here? All right, no problem. It's just there. The important thing is you can see the Go Spiral questions later. All right, thank you very much for joining. We now have 23 students enrolled in that gospiral.ac link. All right, few more students to go and we can now proceed to our first question. The rest of you can maybe catch up later. All right, it's here. Let's proceed. Oh, for question number 1, students in the Go Spiral AC, how are you feeling today? No, this is the question that I asked earlier. How are you feeling today? Kindly go to your gospiral.ac link. That's right. And cue in your answer. No, I will not be showing your answers, but I can see it from myself. And some answers are hidden. Okay. All right. I can see the answers are coming in. Very nice. No, I can see that some of them are saying, I'm feeling neutral. I'm excited and happy. I am excited and happy too. I am good and I'm ready to listen. Very nice. Thank you so much for that. And then Gaga Nantes, you're asking how do we answer? Again, you go to this site, go spiral.ac, and join the class by using the code YDDZF. Okay? I'm feeling good, I think, and I think you are really feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling happy, relieved, and contented. Wow, that's very good. For now, normal. And then I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling okay with a heart and flower. That's in a smiley. I'm good. I'm feeling fine. All right. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much, students. Now let me proceed to the next. All right. Why am I teaching you poetry? Why am I teaching you how to write? Because of this very important person that you can see on screen. Now, he is our Philippine hero, and his name is Dr. Jose Rizal. No? Who is he as a poet? Now, he wrote this poem entitled Sa Aking Mga Kababata, which will be discussed to you probably tomorrow, to some other students perhaps. No? And the English translation of this poem was To My Fellow Children. No? This is known as the first poem that Dr. Jose Rizal wrote, and he wrote it in the year 1869, when Dr. Jose Rizal was only 8 years old. Can you believe that? A poet at 8 years old? No? How old are you right now? Maybe you are um, grades 4, 5, and 6. Then it's maybe you're a little older than he is right now. But I know that it is not too late for us to start. No. All right. So for my next question, now we have 39 students now in Go Spiral.ac. Thank you very much, and I will respond to your answers later. Now, for my second question, still in Go Spiral.ac, do you know Dr. Jose Rizal? Of course, he is on screen right now. And I gave you a very, very little background of the many things that he has done for the Philippines, for the Filipinos, and even when he was young. No, you're 10, 11, but Rizal wrote his first poem at 8. So I'm sure that this day, today, for our activity, you will do good job with our poetry writing. Okay. Now, for the second question, do you know Dr. Jose Rizal? Still in GoSpiral.ac. There's a question posted there. Here are some of the answers, if I may show you. I know that he is the Philippine hero. Very correct. That's correct, Althea. He is a Philippine hero. There are many, but we love him. No, he is a Filipino hero. Yes, yes, they know Jose Rizal. He is my favorite hero. Godia Marie. Very nice. Me too. He's my favorite hero. Yes, Dr. Jose Rizal is a national hero. And yes, miss, he is one of the heroes in the country. Very good. So, I think, wow, there's a date from Natasha, no? Jose Rizal was a national hero of the Philippines and the first Asian nationalist. Wow, very nice, no? I do know him. And so, I can see that most of our students would really know Dr. Rizal. And so, let me continue. Because he was a poet, I would want us to become poets someday as well. So, the topic for this afternoon, for today, are short poems called haiku and tanka. Now, if you try to listen to the words haiku and tanka, you may think of something like, is it from the Philippines? Of course, it's not, because haiku and tanka originated from Japan. Trivia. Dr. Rizal also traveled to Japan way, way back. If just a little segue on his background, if you try to read his stories, he's able to go there and met a lot of people and did a lot of things with the Japanese. And so, haiku and tanka for this afternoon are styles of Japanese poetry which is composed using a structured number of syllables. No? Do you know what syllables are? Do you know what syllables are? Well, that is how we count the manner of speaking, no, in our words. For example, the word Japanese, no? How many syllables are there in the word Japanese? So that's Japanese. That's three syllables all in all. How about for the word poetry? No? For poetry, that's poetry. It's three syllables as well. All right. So for haiku and tanka, it is important that we know how to count syllables. Okay? We know in our earlier years, no, in studying in lower grades, we were already taught how to count syllables, and we will make use of that knowledge this afternoon. So the composition of poems for haiku is like this. There will be 3 lines represented by these numbers 5, 7, and 5. So that means haiku is a poem with only 3 lines. Okay? While tanka is quite a bit longer than haiku because although there is a haiku there because it starts with the haiku, but it ends with 2 more syllables with 2 more lines rather with 7 syllables. That makes it 5 7 5 7 7. Now how do we understand that one, miss? 575 577, is it telephone number of something that we can dial? Of course not, no? Now these numbers represent the number of syllables per line of the poem. Okay, let me show you an example of a haiku to introduce myself. Okay, can you see that on screen? I hope so. So here, an example of a haiku to introduce myself. Let us count if we are correct. Okay? How do I show my hand? Oh, like that. I am teacher Grace. Do you follow? That's 5 syllables. Again, I am teacher Grace. That's 5 syllables. Second line. I live in the Philippines. Again, I live in the Philippines. That's 7. Do you follow? All right. I hope you are following. And the last line, it should be 5 syllables according to our composition. So let's check. It's nice to see you. Right? If we're going to just read that one, you could say, I am teacher Grace, I live in the Philippines. It's nice to see you. But if you look at that and we are counting, we can see that there is a haiku in this poem. All right, G? Very good. I like the GG there, no? Yes, Natasha, 7 syllables. Very good. So let us count again the first line. I am teacher Grace. That's 5. I live in the Philippines. That's 7. And it's nice to see you. 5. Do you get that? I hope so. And so this time, it's your turn to make your own haiku. First, write a haiku one by one. Write a haiku introducing yourself. Okay, let us go back to GoSpiral.ac using that code. I know it might be confusing for some, but don't forget the 575 composition. So there are two questions there, but please do the first one first, or you may probably later we will do the favorite sport. Now let me check if you can introduce yourself with the haiku like what I did. So that's 575. Right? Go to gospiral.ac and I'll wait for your answer introducing yourself. Okay? All right. I have here one. And allow me to share. Hi, my name is Erica. And I'm a grade 6 student, which is Sir Daniel's student in grade 6 Perseverance. Are you following the convention? No? Again, there must be 3 lines in the poem. 3 lines. The first line must have 5 syllables. Okay? The first line must have 5 syllables. Going back to the example I gave earlier. Okay? Going back, if we are going to count, that's I am teacher Grace. That's 5 syllables. Second line, I live in the Philippines. That's 7 syllables. And the third line, it's nice to see you. That's another 5 syllables. Okay? I know this is hard in the beginning, but let us try to check whether you are following or not. Okay? All right. Here, I will not show, but I will just read. Hi, I am Jana. All right, that's correct, Jana, the first line. Second line, I'm the K-pop lover girl. OMG, you're a K-pop lover. Me too. I can see. Where is that? I'm a K-pop lover. Noah. Okay, last line, third line. Where is that? I'm friendly and nice. Very good. Let's give a hand for Jana. Very nicely said. Very good, Jana. That's a very good haiku from you. Good job. Good job. Let me check the others, how they are able to write their own haiku. Great job, everybody. Yes. Okay, I have here an example from Kenneth. No, I will just not show so that you'll be surprised. All right, Kenneth, let's check whether you cue in good haiku. Okay, bizarre, and funny, correct. But inside a caring heart. Very good. Kenneth is my name. Yay! Let's give another clap for Kenneth. Very good, Kenneth. One last before we proceed to the next. Okay. I don't know how you pronounce this name, but is this Nekan? Nekan. All right. Hi, I'm Nekan. Nekani? Tama ba? Hi, I'm Nekani. I am a grade 4 student. Very good. This is confusing. I know, and I understand, no, that the beginning will always be confusing. But with practice and with, doing it along the way, it will be easy. All right. Now let us proceed. Thank you for your responses, students. Now let us proceed to the next question. How about describing your favorite sport? Somebody said earlier basketball, right? That's a very good sport. Now, let us try to go back to gospiral.ac, and let's try to listen and check on your favorite sports as a haiku. All right? So, let us check here. Okay, we have one from Chariel. All right, hi, Chariel. She said, she, he said, I love basketball. Very good, that's correct. Second line, basketball is my dream sport. Very good again. And last line, I'm good at shooting. Okay, yes, let us give a virtual clap for Chariel. Very good. One more. One more. From Erica. Hello, Erica. Let us check your haiku about your favorite sports. Okay, you have plenty, but that not just one, but many. Yeah? My favorite, is this a haiku? My favorite sport, correct? Is
I
badminton,
cannot join the
volleyball.
live. It's not available in my
Volleyball
region.
and basketball too. Again, for Erica, my favorite sport, very good, is badminton and volleyball. Good. And basketball too. Very good, Erica. You've got a good job. Good job, kids, with your haiku. Now, is this still confusing for you? Now I'm waiting for the rest of the other students to answer at Go Spiral. Now take note that your answers, I will be responding to your answers later, so make sure you cue in
Get on
your
7 minutes.
answers to our questions.
It's not available for my region.
One moment. All right. Now let me continue. For Tangka, let us go back here. For Tangka,
I cannot join for the live video.
For when
all right. For Tanka begins with a haiku. Why? If you noticed, Tanka starts with 5, 7, and 5 syllables,
It's
the
not
first
available
3 lines,
in my region.
and
ay ganon, naku,
7, 7 as the last
try
2
mo muna to
lines.
siyan.
And so, if a haiku has 3 lines, a tanka will have 5 lines. But what is the difference is that the 3 lines in haiku would only have 5, 7, 5 syllables. While
It's
in
not
tanka,
available po.
we
Sorry.
have 5 lines.
Maybe it's being restricted in your place.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the mute. All right. Tanka will have 5 lines with syllables 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. Okay, let me show
I
you
don't know how to
an
log it out.
example of a tanka. Here,
Yan for a while eh. For a while.
here is an example of a tanka describing my best friend. Let us try to check. No? Michelle is my friend. She is always beside me. Although she lives far, she has always kept in touch. That's why I love her so much. If we try to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we try to count the number of lines in this poem, we could see that there are 5 lines. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And because we have 5 lines, we will follow the composition of a tanka that starts with first line, 5 syllables, second line, 7 syllables, third line, 5 syllables, and the last 2 lines, 7 syllables each. So, let us try to count the number of syllables on each line. Let us start with the first line. Let's read with me and count with me, all right? So,
Sian,
first line.
if your mom is there,
Okay, first line, let us count. Michelle is my friend, correct? That's 5 syllables. Second line must have 7. Let us count. She is always beside me. That makes it 7. So that's correct. Third line must have another 5 syllables. So let us count. Although she lives far. That's 5 syllables. And the last 2 lines must have 7 syllables each. Let us try to count. She has always kept in touch. Again, she has always kept in touch. Makes it 7. And the last line, that's why I love her so much. Do you see that? Do you follow? Were you able to follow? Yes, I hope so. No? Is it still confusing? Yes, it may be. I am not saying that it shouldn't, but yes, it may be, but
I fixed it.
don't
Papa.
have a problem because
it's an
when you
thank
practice writing a haiku, then tanka will not be a difficult job for everyone. All right? Now, let me share some of the responses to the haiku earlier. Okay? Here is from Jad. He said, I love soccer game. That's correct. Soccer is the easiest. That's true. Not for me though. I love soccer sport. Okay, let us give another virtual clap for Jad. Very good, very good. There's also one from Gianna and many others. All right. So this time, let us go back to our challenge. This time we are on our 5th activity. This is not tanks but tanka, no? Write a tanka describing your best friend. I'm sure you have one. And for this one, we'll do the first one first. Write a tanka describing your best friend. Again, go to gospiral.ac and do the first question. Tanka that describes your best friend. Okay? Students, yes. Students' answers are coming in.
Teacher, if we don't have any, if we don't go to any, family. Ano
If
po
you
ilalagay?
if you were not able to go to any family trip, then maybe
Come again, sorry.
maybe you can have something that you have someplace that you have went through, or your current place now. Maybe you can do a tanka about where you live and describe the place you're living at the moment. Okay? Sige. Let me check with the answers. Okay? Uh-huh. Very good. We have one answer from Gian, no? Here is a tanka example from Gian. Okay. She is Natasha, correct? She is a very good friend. That's correct. She is pretty. She is pretty. Kulang og isa. She's like a sister to me, even if she lives in Jade. All right, very good, Gian. Another virtual clap for Gian. Thank you very much. All right, for those of you who have not gone to any family trip, no, at the moment because of the restrictions, etc., then maybe you can describe. You do a tanka that would describe the current place you are in, the country where you are living, or just the place where you are at the moment. Okay? How about another tanka? If you don't have any family trip ever, then any place, your favorite place or your dream vacation place, maybe you can do that. Okay? Again, go to gospiral.ac and cue in the code so that you can answer the questions. Okay? I am still waiting. No? I am not saying that this is not confusing. This may be, yes, this may be confusing for some, but when you start doing it and you practice, you will have a long, long way to go. Okay? Just don't forget for haiku, we have 3 lines, and each line would have syllables 5, 7, 5. For tanka, we have 5 lines, and for each line, we have number of syllables 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. Okay, let me show to you again the composition. There you go. Okay, just do not forget that when you are writing a haiku, you count the number of syllables per line. That's 3 lines with 5 syllables in the first, 7 in the second, and another 5 in the third. Now, if you would want to, say something more, and the haiku is not enough, 3 lines are not enough for you, then you maybe can do tanka with 5 lines following this number of syllables, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. All right, very good. I can see answers are coming from our students here. No, we have answers from Piohan. Thank you very much, Piohan. I'd like to read your answer. He said here, the best family trip I went is Baguio. We looked at mountains, biking, and we went to the park. All right. Very good, Johan. Again, for those who never had a family trip, maybe we can describe the place where we are living at now, or a place, your dream vacation place. No? That could do. All right. So, remember, students, that your answers in gospiral.ac will be checked later on so that you can see the feedback. And I would like to thank you for coming over. I am still not done though, because thank you very much for your answers. Now, the next thing is for your assignments. No, I hope you've learned something today. This may not be the poem that we are expecting at the moment, but for a starter, no, I think making a haiku and tanka would lead us to a longer poem later on, especially when you grow up. No. Okay. Thank you, Zion, Althea, for understanding. No, I hope the rest of the other students were able to get what we were talking about also this morning. Okay. Now, for your assignment and independent work, you will write both a haiku and a tanka about your experience today. Now, this will not be answered in Go Spiral anymore, but it would rather be, although it's there, No, thank you. Although the question is also at Go Spiral, but the graded uh, activity will be done in your Google Classroom. So I posted your assignment there in the Google Classroom, and you may check it later on so that you can submit as well, so I can give you your grade. Okay? So before we end, um, before we end this afternoon, do we have any questions? Are there questions? If you have any, you may ask your questions here so I can answer you as well. For those who are watching via our Facebook Live and our YouTube channel, you can also cue in your questions on the comment section so I can answer you as well. And for those of you who would wish to know more about writing poems, etc., and the like, please feel free to visit our Facebook page, the alumni of the Rizal Youth Leadership Institute, or our YouTube channel, so that you would have uh, more answers, from us, from our team, or from me. All right. Are there? I guess there are no other questions, students.
Teacher, I don't get the number 7 po. Teacher Grace?
Yes.
Teacher Grace?
Yes,
I
Joseph.
don't get the number 7 po.
All right. What question? The number 7 activity or the number 7 syllable? Is it the number 7 activity or number 7 syllable?
Activity po.
Ah. The number 7 activity is your assignment, no? You may not have to do it here, but you can go to later on to the Google Classroom so that you can access that assignment. All right? Do you get that?
Ma'am, when is it due po?
I think I placed their due tomorrow, or if you are so busy, I can always extend the due date for you. No pressure. Yes, no problem, Joseph. For the due date, I think I placed the due date. I assigned it until tomorrow, but I can extend it for you as always. No, so really would allow us. Thank you very much. I hope I've made your afternoon and your day interesting just a little bit. And I hope this would be the start of your becoming a poet, someday. Thank you very much. But before we end our session class for today, let me also show you and the rest of the other viewers that we have an awards coming up. For one moment. We have Jose, we will be giving an award for those of you who would wish to acknowledge people who have been working a lot in the field of volunteerism and for the benefit of the youth. So I'd like to show you this video for more information.
Tapos na ako dun.
The Jose Rizal International Zeal of Achievement and Leadership. The award is designed to recognize the different youth groups who tirelessly and selflessly serve and improve their communities, those who take part in making the lives of the people better. Just like Jose Rizal, our national hero, who was exiled indefinitely, a prisoner of the Spanish government, and yet he continued to serve the people of Dapitan as teacher, doctor, scientist, and more. To us, Jose Rizal is the clear image of authentic service. In fact, in the words of our YLI Vice President Mr. Raymond Butcher, Rizal is a hero because he is authentic. So, if while watching this video youth group popped in your head, it's time to nominate them. We are choosing one awardee from the Philippines and one awardee from around the globe. Awarding ceremony will be on June 19, 2021.
All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something. Thank you so much. And good afternoon, everybody. Bye. See you next time.
So remember, it will be graded